Hello and welcome to the second Let's Play of FTL Faster Than Light. This time we're going to be pairing the bitterness of this game with a sweet red wine called Cocoa Bon. So I hope you're going to enjoy this because the longer this game goes, the drunker I'm going to get. So it should be fun. For those of you that are new to this game, stay tuned. And for those of you that are veterans and just want to watch me blow shit up, go ahead and hit the link below. It'll take you to the action. For the rest of you, though, we're going to be doing the Osprey this time, otherwise known as the Federation Cruiser. This is my favorite ship. It has a unique ability, which I'll get to in a second. But let's go over the basics of this game. This is your ship. Since I'm drinking Cocoa Bon, we'll call this Cocoa Bon. Now, each ship has a number of systems and subsystems. Systems like the shields, engine, oxygen, weapons, and medbay require power, while the subsystems of navigation, sensors, and doors do not. This ship has a special system, which we'll get to in a second, but let's go over the basics. First, we have shields. You see these two green bars here. That indicates that the shield starts off with a maximum of 2 power. For every 2 power in your shields, you get 1 layer of shields, which can block 1 blast from your enemy. You can get up to 4 layers of shields, and that will require 8 bars of power from your reactor. I'll show you the reactor once we actually get into the game. It's not very difficult. The next is your engines. The higher your engines are, the higher your evade skill is. You start off with 2 on the Osprey, or the Cocoa Bon, the Federation Cruiser. So it's usually good to invest a decent amount in here, and it'll help you charge your FTL faster, so if you get into trouble, you can escape faster, which can really save your life. Oxygen is very important in this game. You'll notice that there are a bunch of doors all around. Sometimes you'll get attacked or hit with something, and a room will catch on fire. You can send some of your crew to put it out, but a faster way usually is to just vent the room and get rid of the oxygen, which will put the fire out. However, you can't do this to everywhere all the time because your crew kind of needs oxygen to breathe. So you need to make sure that your rooms all have oxygen in them. You can level this up too to increase your oxygen flow in case you run out or something happens where you really need to increase your oxygen supply quickly. Weapons are pretty self-explanatory. This starts off with a single burst laser Mark II, which does which fires 3 laser shots. So that means we can get through 3 layers of shields. Although without any type of additional weaponry, that won't really matter. We'll need to actually penetrate the shields. Get more into that later. And then there's the med bay. That's the last of the regular systems. You can just put any of your crew into here, give it some power, and they'll be slowly healed over time. There is an upgrade to this, or a alternate type of system called a clone bay. I don't really like it that much, so maybe I'll go over that later, maybe I won't. For the crew, you have a human, which gains skills a little bit faster. You also have a mantis, which does double damage in combat. You have a rock guy who has double hit points, is immune to fire damage, but kind of walks slowly. And then you have the Engi, who's very important. He repairs twice as fast, but does half combat damage. Before we get started, I should go over the specialty of this ship, the artillery beam. This slowly powers over time as long as you have power going to it, and once it charges up, it fires a random, powerful blast that bypasses shields. You'll see this. This is one of my favorite weapons ever. That's why we're doing it this time. So let's get started. The data you carry is vital to the remaining Federation fleet. You'll need supplies for the journey, so make sure to explore each sector before moving on to the next. But get to the exit before the pursuing Rebel fleet can catch up. Tip: weapon order. Rearrange a weapon or a drone schematic by dragging it into the desired position. The leftmost slot will be the last to power down if the system is damaged. Now, I added a mod that gives me a small boost. This game is really difficult. So I'm going to start off with just a few extra scrap. The reason this game is difficult is because it is random. Wherever you go to, let's see our map. This is our FTL drive. We can jump. Wherever we jump to, we're going to find something that's entirely random. We don't know. Each time, it's completely different. Also, there's no save points in this game. There's no checkpoints. There's no save games. Once you die, you are dead. You can turn off the game and it'll save that, but you can't go back and undo your mistakes. So you can be on top of the world. You can have a really powerful ship and be just wiping the floor with everyone you meet. And then you'll run into one really well-equipped enemy who just has a ship that is the antithesis of your ship, and you can be utterly obliterated. So this is your map here. What you really want to try to find to do is the stores. Stores will be able to repair your ship and sell you more weapons, more systems. You can even hire crew members there, and you definitely want to have a lot of crew members. It can mean the difference between life and death out here. The objective is to get to here, and there'll be 7 different maps that we have to get through in order to get your plans for the Rebel fleet to the higher-ups at the Federation. So because we're trying to find stores, I'm going to click on the area that is the most connected to other areas. So once you're connected to another area, it'll tell you if those areas are stores or not, or if there's a distress beacon. So let's get started. Alright, I jump to the first location. You come across a Rebel automated scout ship pursuing a civilian ship. Weapons engaged. I can either aid the civilian ship or stay out of it. In order to upgrade your ship, you need scrap. In order to get scrap, you need to fight people. So pretty much always fight people unless you really think you can't handle it or you're next to dead. So we're going to aid the civilian ship here. You power up your weapons and engage the automated ship. So here's my reactor right here. I've got 2 extra energy, which I'm going to immediately put into my burst laser. Now this guy doesn't have any shields, but he does have this pesky little thing called mind control. You can see he used it immediately, and he is going to try to control my rock guy who's going to damage the ship as though he were an enemy. I don't want him to damage the weapons, so unfortunately I'm going to have to send my Engi over there to fight him, but I've got to watch to make sure neither of these guys die, because this is the mind control is only temporary. This ship is a little more powerful than I'd really want to fight as my first ship, because it's got a laser, which isn't going to be too much of a problem. It won't be able to get through our shields, but it does have a missile cannon. So in the meantime, I'm going to turn off my med bay because I'm not using it and increase my engines. You can see my evade went from 15% to 20%. So let's see how this goes. Right now we're paused. Let's unpause. And hopefully we will dodge this. And no, but luckily it didn't attack any of our systems, so we're fine. We see that the artillery beam is slowly charging. My burst laser is charged. I do not like that mind control thing, but weapons are going to have to come first, because so far everyone's okay. Unfortunately, that did not take out the missile, but we did dodge the missile. So we already see that the mind control has gone off, and their weapons are completely down, leaving me able to target the mind control now. And he's dead. We didn't even get to use our artillery beam. The ship breaks apart. You hasten to contact the civilian ship. We get 1 missile, which we don't have any missiles, so they're useless at the moment. 1 drone part. We don't have any drones, so that's also useless. And a little bit of scrap. Let's contact the civilian ship. Apparently the ship that was being assaulted was a science vessel. They thank you for saving them and offer a small reward. So, alright, we're doing pretty good right now. Here is my ship. I could go ahead and upgrade. This is my reactor. I can increase the amount of power I have over here. Or I can upgrade the amount of power I can put to any of these other systems. Shields are going to be really important. I'm going to want to get to that soon, but let's check out the map. There's no store here just yet, so let's go ahead and see. I'm going to need 50 in order to upgrade my shields to 1 more. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And now I already have 2 layers of shields. Let's see. I can't really use it right now because if I add 1 power, it doesn't work. I only have 1 available. So the next thing we have to do is upgrade the reactor. Let's see. I'll try here. Once you arrive, your screen lights up with warnings. A nearby pirate seems to have advanced hacking tools and they have tried to shut down your engines. Your crew manages to keep them barely operational and you move in to attack. Alright, so here's how we're going to get away with this. We don't need engines because they only have 2 lasers right here. I can turn off my engines and they can pummel me all they want because I'll have 2 layers of shields and they won't be able to get through it. One mistake that I made was that I rushed off with guys that were injured. I'll have to fix that next time, but even though I have 0 chance to evade, it won't matter because even if they hit me, I remain undamaged. This is how strategy is going to work in this game. You have to be able to monitor everything. Now their weapons are already down as well. This is a pretty weak ship. So in this case, I'm going to want to take out the engines. Now they have no chance of dodging me either. One more volley should do it, and if it doesn't, I'll let the artillery beam handle it. Alright, so I'm not going to fire. You can see here's the artillery beam. Once it gets up to full power, you're going to see it obliterate the ship. And there we go. With the pirate ship destroyed, your ship system is restored to full functionality. You salvage what you can from the debris. Alright, so I'm going to take my guys over here and put them into the med bay. You can see now that I added power to the med bay, they're going to slowly regenerate their health. And then I'm going to put them back. Now, you can notice that these guys are running systems. You can see here, how should I describe this? Got to put power back to the engines. When I have someone, you can see this is how their skills develop. When I have someone in the engines, for example, that's going to increase my evade, especially once they get higher skill. Same thing with piloting. I can even put people in areas like doors and sensors, and that will give me one extra, as though I had upgraded the doors or the sensors. Once we show you how, once I actually upgrade those, I'll show you how it works. But look at that, we got to a store. So what I'm going to do here is backtrack a little bit, get to these areas, and get to the store last. Because without scrap, going to the store is pretty much useless. Your ship is hailed. This is an automated message. Resisting our takeover is pointless. Prepare to die. It appears this rebel ship is run by an AI. So this is another pretty easy guy, but here's the problem. This ship starts to power up its FTL drive. If it gets away, it will no doubt warn the fleet of your position. So I'm going to have to take out its engines. Take out the engines, it won't be able to go. You can see here it says enemy FTL charging. You'll get a warning right before it's about to depart. We've got 2 shields, so it won't be able to penetrate that. That last weapon it fired, by the way, was a beam cannon, or a beam weapon, I should say. That cannot do any damage to us as long as shields are up. It doesn't take down shields. It doesn't do anything unless the shields are down. But just in case, we'll go ahead and take them out. There we go. Easy peasy so far. The ship breaks apart. You feel relief in the knowledge that you will hopefully still be one step ahead of the fleet. So, speaking of the fleet, this is the incoming rebel fleet. This is where they'll be next turn, so if I were to jump here, I can't because I'm not near it. I would have to engage the rebel fleet, which you really don't want to do. You don't get anything out of it, except for maybe 1 fuel, and it's really just not very profitable to go up against them. Plus, the rebel fleet's attacking you while you're engaged with a ship, so every now and then they'll just do a lot of damage. You stumble across a forward scout of the rebel fleet. They are powering up their FTL. If they get away, they will no doubt warn the fleet of their position. So this is another person that we have to take out their engines rather than go for the weapons or shields. Their weapons don't really pose a challenge to us because we have that second layer of shields. Just to speed things up, I will turn off the engines and turn on the artillery beam. Their FTL is still charging. I've damaged their engines, but I haven't taken them out. So that means they'll be slower to leave. There we go. Enemy FTL delayed. That's what you want to see. They're going to go... They do have people that are going in there. In fact, I'm going to move my Engi over here. And you see that now he's in there. We have upgraded sensors. So now we can see what's going on. You can see them trying to repair it, but and trying to put out a fire. They're not going to be able to do this because they have to repair 2 things at once. They need both the cockpit and the engines running in order to make a jump. And they need to have someone in the cockpit to make the jump. And looks like the artillery beam is going to finish them off here. And again, we are safe. Their ship breaks apart, and you are relieved to know that you are still 1 step ahead of the fleet. Alright, so we'll turn off the artillery beam again and turn on the engine so we can make our next jump. Alright, let's go here. We still don't have that much scrap, so it's kind of pointless to go to the store. Your scans reveal a mining base on a nearby planet long since abandoned. No life signs detected. So that was just a wash. There's nothing going on here. But here's a distress signal. You can see the rebel fleet's getting closer and closer. Oh, but there's another store over here, so... oh, that's good. Lots of stores. You have encountered a refugee ship drifting in space. It looks as if it was fleeing the rebel advance and ran out of fuel. Its distress beacon is active, but you're not sure anyone is on board. Let's hail them. Let's see, they want to trade missiles for drone parts. I usually don't use drones that much, so I'm going to politely decline. And that was another wash. Let's see. Well, there's going to be nothing in the store. We're going to try to go to this store instead. So, because we need to accumulate more scrap before we do that. You recognize the ship as a well-known slave trader. He hails you and offers laborers for cheap. So you could just buy a slave and they become a part of your crew. You can pretend they're a slave or a part of your crew. I don't really like slavery, so I prefer to pretend they're crew, or say they're crew. Or we can attack them. Always attack them here, because then you're going to be able to get this guy for free as long as you think you can beat him. He does have a missile, as you can see here, so we will probably take some damage, but there's not much we can do about that. It's better than having to spend... it won't do 37 scrap worth of damage, so let's attack the slaver scum. Plus, they're slavers. Fuck them. And since they're not trying to get away, the first thing I want to attack is the weapons. I'm going to briefly turn off oxygen. This is dangerous, but as long as you're doing it temporarily, it's okay. We want to increase our evasion as much as possible. They still hit us, but not in a room that's worth it. You want to monitor the oxygen. As long as it stays above, I think, 30%, I think you're fine. But the other... there we go. Thankfully, they missed us. There we go. Now the weapons are down. Now I can turn off... everything, and I can turn off my engines and turn on the artillery beam. Probably won't get to it, but I'm going to keep attacking the weapons, because as long as their weapons are down, they can't do any damage. Here we go. And now we get an Engi instead of a Mantis. But you know what, that's kind of even better, because they can repair, and repair is very helpful. So we just accepted their offer. We don't get to destroy them. We don't get scrap, but we do get an additional Engi. All right, and we will put him on sensors. So now we have extra sensors, and we can look inside ships. Let's see. We're going to have to turn off the artillery beam, turn on our engines. You can see every time I jump I lose 1 fuel. The beacon has been built for a temporary nearby space station. No one hails your ship, so it's another wash. You arrived at the long-range beacon. When the FTL drive is charged, you can jump to the next sector. Debris from the battle is scattered around the system. A few pieces bounce against your ship. You passively scanned them and discovered there was a functioning weapon amongst them. So I got 9 scrap and a heavy ion cannon, which can be very helpful. You can disable systems. It's not that great, so I might just sell it, but let's see. If I want to get to the store, this is my last chance, because next turn they'll be there. Let's see what's there. Maybe you can pick up something even better. A transmission from the nearby planet indicates an outpost below which offers supplies to travelers. You send down an away party to check it out. So this is a store. Sometimes it has only one page worth of stuff, but sometimes it has two. So let's see here. I could sell some of my weapons, like this heavy ion cannon for 22, which I'm probably going to do that. Let's see. Scrap recovery arm allows the ship to collect 10% more scrap from any source. You know, that would be really great, because then that's going to make up for the cost. These are augmentations. You can have up to 3. Let's see. I could also buy a backup battery, which last time I did that didn't really help me out at all. Drone control. I'm going to sell this heavy ion cannon just to make sure. I don't have enough for either of these two anyway, so I'm just going to fix. These are drones. We don't have a drone control. We need a drone control in order to do that. We don't have enough power to power it anyway, so I'm just going to buy a couple of these things here, and I'm going to get the scrap recovery arm. So now every time I get scrap, I get 10% more. Alright, we're going to leave for the exit. And now we go to the next sector. Here's the sector map. 3 types: civilian, hostile, and nebula. You want to avoid nebulas at all costs. Luckily, there's only one on this sector map, so that's really good. I could go to a rock-controlled, which will be more hostile, or a Zoltan-controlled. Zoltans are one of my favorite guys in the game. They can join your ship as crew, and they will add 1 power to your ship whatever room they're in. So that can get you past the maximum amount of your reactor. You'll get more scrap if you go to the rock-controlled area, though, so I'm going to go there. The rock people are a powerful and proud race. It's not unheard of to have a peaceful journey through their lands, but don't count on it. I'm going to take this opportunity to pour myself some more cocoa bun. Alright, so we're on wine glass number 2. Let's see what we got. And there's another store. We're really lucking out with the stores. So I'm going to go here first. Hopefully the rebels are a little bit further behind. As a naturally warlike species with few intergalactic diplomatic ties, the Rock people have garnered quite a reputation as fearsome pirates. You stumble across one of their ships and they promptly live up to... I'm guessing that was supposed to be... properly live up to type. Alright, I guess that does make sense. And these guys are not a threat to us at all. We've got a beam weapon and 1 laser. They're not going to be able to penetrate our shields, so engines are going off. And we will attack their shields. Now let's attack their engines. Alright, a little damage to the engines, so they'll be easier to hit. They dodged 1 last time. This is why upgrading your shields are so important. If we only had 1, they would be able to attack us with the beam weapon while our shields are down, and we don't want that. Next I'll go after shields. Now all of our hits will actually do damage. And I think the artillery beam's going to finish them off here. You can see that beam weapon doesn't even damage our shields. But ours damages them. The ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of useful scrap material. And we also got an anti-personnel drone. If I had drones, he would be hanging out in here. When I turned him on, he'd go and fight anyone that boarded the ship. So let's turn all that off. So I'm probably just going to sell him. And let's go to the next location. We need to build up some scrap before we go to the store. A loud thud resounds through the ship. After a jump completion, you've just shunted a rock fighter, and he's already preparing to fire. Alright, so again, 1 powerful laser, 1 powerful beam weapon. This ship is not a threat. This is a cloning bay. I'm going to see if I can actually show you guys how this works. Probably not. I am unlikely going to be able to kill these guys. But if I killed one of them, the cloning bay would bring them immediately back to life, but their skills would be reduced. So you can see that we've already gotten... Our pilot already has some extra piloting skills. Our evasion is +5 whenever we have engines anyway. You can see they're trying to stomp out the fire. They're immune to fire damage, so that's not really helping me out at all. And here comes the artillery beam to finish them off. If I was able to fire one more without destroying them, you'd see the cloning bay work, but the ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of useful scrap material. Alright, so that's good. Artillery beam off. Really need some energy. And another store. We are really lucking out with the stores here. So one more, hopefully, and that's enough to go to that store. And crap, this is... Oh, this... We're probably going to take some damage here, but so will they. A rookie rock cargo ship has taken its orders too literally and took the most direct route to their destination, right through an asteroid field. They're confused and fire wildly as you jump in. So we are in a asteroid field, which means we're going to get slowly bombarded by these things, by these asteroids. We're going to take some damage. I'm going to turn off oxygen in the meantime so that I can increase my evasion. I gotta keep monitoring that, though. You can see that before they even fire, the asteroids are just taking down shields, but they're also taking down their shield and hitting them, because we have 2 layers of shields and they don't. Hopefully we can dodge this. And they took out our artillery beam. We're gonna send Ryan over here to go fix it. We're not using it, thankfully. But that should be the last damage we take. Their missile is down. And it's gonna stay down. And you can see how fast he repaired that. That's the Engi for you. And now we don't even have to do anything. They're going to just get destroyed by the asteroid beams. The ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of useful scrap material. Now, normally the FTL just automatically charges, but if you're in a hostile area like this, where you could get damaged, you actually have to wait for it to charge. Alright. Unfortunately, we're going to have to do a little bit of backtracking, but we've got enough to buy something good at the store. You receive a hail on Federation frequencies. Your Federation, we weren't sure we'd ever see a friendly face again. There's little business here. Perhaps you'd like to trade. Okay, now look at this. We can buy ourselves we can hire ourselves a crew member. And we have just enough to do it. We don't have nearly enough for cloaking, as helpful as that would be. Could also buy some additional weapons, but I think I'm going to have to go with Rebecca here. And we'll heal. It's a shame. Oh, wait a minute. I can sell my anti-personnel thing. It's not enough to buy any of these weapons, unfortunately. Lifeform scanner. No, well, we don't have enough for any of this. Oh, a weapon pre-igniter. I would sell almost everything to get this. This means your weapons start out fully charged. Wouldn't be helpful too much because we have currently because we only have one weapon, but that is one of the most powerful augmentations in the game, in my opinion. We'll buy a little extra fuel, and we'll have to backtrack, unfortunately. Oh, no, we're going to have to send our Engi away here. We're going to put Rebecca in charge of shields so that we know our shields always have a little bit of power to them. And that's great. Oh, we want to actually increase the oxygen. That's the double-edged sword of taking away your oxygen power. And this should be the default thing now. Just one engine, artillery beam charged. I'm going to wait until this oxygen increases. We'll be right back. Okay, we fast forward to our oxygen getting back to 100%. Now, I'm going to show you the thing about the doors. Notice how these doors are all yellow? I'm going to put someone here, and now they're all gray. What this means is that if anyone boarded, they'd actually have to try to break down the doors, so they'd be held off for a little bit. To that end, I'm going to vent these areas because people, they might actually teleport into here. And my crew will never need to go into these areas. So it might as well, if anyone does go in there, that means they'll slowly get damaged. Any of the bad guys that go to the ship. Alright, let's go here. We need to collect more scrap before we get to the next store. Hopefully we can actually afford a weapon. You're intercepted by a rock salvage operation. They don't seem to mind that you're still on board while they junk your ship. Okay. Again, not going to be a problem, these guys. You can see that because we have Rebecca in here, there's a little yellow bar. That tells us that that's her power powering the ship. One shield down, but beam weapon is not able to fire. So we don't need to worry about their weapons. Let's take out their engines. Alright, and it's on fire. So while it's on fire, they're not going to be able to actually repair it. Although they'll put out the fire but pretty quickly because they're rock people. Rock people. And shields are down now. The rock ship hails you. Enough. We were told aliens were a threat to our ways, and you have proved as much. Take this and leave us in peace. So they're going to offer one fuel, one drone, and 11 scrap. I almost never take this unless I'm really damaged, and they can still do damage to me, because usually you get a better offer. Let's see here. One fuel, one drone, 11 scrap. Let's see what happens. We don't have to do anything. The artillery beam's going to take them out for us. And there goes the artillery beam, instantly destroyed. 22 scrap, 1 fuel, 2 missiles. So yes, that was definitely very helpful, and it's a good thing we were not merciful. Let's hope we get a lot of scrap here. Oh, we could sell drone parts for scrap. Well, we're not using drone parts. You see a civilian space station with heavy damage. You receive a message. We've been hit hard by the war. We need more drone parts to speed up our repairs. We'll buy some from you if you have extra. So yeah, let's sell 6 drone parts for 24 scrap. That's a decent amount there. I fear if we go here and try to get around them, they're not going to be able, we will not be able to go to this store. So let's see. The Rock tolerate few aliens in their space, but even they seem to respect the wisdom of the Zoltan. A few of them have established a trading post in the husk of an abandoned capital ship. Alright, so can we buy anything here? Does explosive replicator, I got this in the last thing. That was kind of helpful, but it doesn't actually look like there's anything that we can get, so that would be really helpful. I was hoping to find a weapon or two. The artillery beam's powerful, but once we get to the next area, we're probably going to run into people with 2 shields, and that's going to be a lot harder to damage them with our main weapon. So instead, we're going to upgrade our power 2 times, and and yeah, we're going to increase our engines. So now we've got enough to power everything but the med bay. Alright, and we can go up this way. We have just enough room so we don't have to backtrack, thankfully. Waste fuel. A motley collection of rock ships are stationed around this beacon. They look to have resorted to a pirate's life. Defensive maneuvers! Alright, now you see this weapon right here. This is even more dangerous than a missile. This is a teleported bomb, which means even if we had some sort of extra defense, like a drone, they'd still be able to get past it. Hopefully it's going to miss us and we'll be able to take them out. We've got pretty high evasion now, 25%. But I'm going to try to take out... Oh, look at that. Just before it was about to fire, I took out their weapons and they were unable to fire that teleportation gun. So we're probably going to get out of this without any problems. Without taking any damage. Now their engines are down, but maybe I should have kept firing on them because they're probably going to be able to attack us now. Let's see. Oh, good. All right. And the artillery beam will take care of that for us. Ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of useful scrap materials. Good, 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 good. Alright, the rebel fleet is on top of us, so we have to get to the exit now. Let's go to this distress beacon. We know nothing's going to happen. We know we're not going to get an empty area, at least. Ah, you locate a nearby human mining colony where an unknown disease has spread virulently. They are setting up a quarantine to contain it, but a riot has broken out. So you see how these are two blue things? If you ever get these, you want to select them because they're almost always good. I think there's one that might be neutral. But yes, since we're in the rock area, I'll send down a rock crew. If I tried to send in my crew by themselves without using any of my specialized crew, I could help them out, or I could lose one of my crew members. Definitely don't want to do that, so let's send in the rock crew. It's unlikely the rock's impressive immune system is susceptible to a human virus, so you send it in. It is able to intimidate the workers long enough for the colony forces to set up a quarantine. My leaders offer a reward and assure you they will try to find a cure as soon as possible. So we didn't get a lot of scrap, but we did get a lot of fuel and some extra missiles in case we pick up a launcher. I think we have enough time to go to this distress beacon, so let's go there. Once you arrive at the location of the distress call, a civilian ship hails you. Thanks for responding to our beacon. Our FTL navigation has gone haywire and we can't pilot a course to the nearest depot to get it fixed. Could you lead us here? Sure, let's lead them to their destination. Take this bit of scrap as a down payment. We'll use your jump signatures to follow you. You're really helping us out here. So, let's see. I'm guessing that's going to be in the next area. We might not be able to finish that quest, but we'll see what happens. You arrived at the long-range beacon. When the FTL drive is charged, you can jump to the next sector. An advanced Rebel automated ship remains stationed near a small Rebel space station. Sensors indicate it's a storage vessel for military goods. I could avoid provoking the ship. No, hell no, fuck them. Two lasers. These guys are not a threat to us. So let's take out their engines just to make them easier to hit. They don't even have any shields, so we will probably finish them off long before the artillery beam is ready. One more volley should do it. There we go. 25 scrap. You salvage what you can from the broken ship. The station was either abandoned or stripped clean. It seems to have lain unused for quite some time. You find nothing useful. Okay. So I'm going to take a quick break and go and get some food, and we'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Let's jump to the next area. I could go to the Engi, like by helpful repairmen, or I can go to the Mantis. I'm going to go to the area that is the absolute most hostile, because that's where all the money is. Yep, so let's go to the Mantis. Those are the fighty guys. We also have an engineer who's like that. And since this is Sector 3, let's get to wine glass number 3. There we go. You've entered a poorly charted area of space that's known to be home to the Mantis. Ensure your hull plating is up to scratch and that you have enough fuel in the tank to make it through. So far, this has been a pretty lucky run through. We've gotten a lot of scrap, we've gotten a lot of crew, and we've taken almost no damage with lots of stores. And even more stores. So let's, and we've got lots of scrap already too, so we should be able to pick up almost anything we want when we get to that store. But let's pick up some more scrap before we get there. You locate a nearby human mining colony where an unknown disease has spread virulently. We already saw this, so let's try the Engi this time. With no fear of catching the disease, your Engi crew member helps reassure and organize the infected humans. Calmed by extensive knowledge of human physiology, the infected submit to the quarantine in hopes that a cure could be found soon. Colony leaders offer a reward for helping to prevent an ugly incident. So, yep, some okay amount of scrap. And let's jump to the next location. A derelict, still smoking Mantis vessel floats by. The battle must have been recent. Its surviving crew beam aboard. Prepare for a fight. Oh, this is not good. So this is how I'm going to have to play this for now. I'm going to retreat to here and just kind of... We're not in any danger. And them destroying systems doesn't really hurt. So let's just put... one guy. We need to get our rock guy up here. We'll put our mantis here in the doors. And we're just going to vent everything. So they're going to start slowly taking damage. And we will put our rock guy in there. There we go. We don't want them taking out the oxygen. And they already took out our engines, most of our engines, so we have plenty of stuff to put in here. They're going to get in there, but they're already in the med bay, but we don't have to worry too much about that. So they're damaging us a lot, but we're constantly healing because we're in the med bay. So that could have gone better. But we are okay and without any damage. Let's just close all the doors on the ship. But let's reopen these. And our oxygen will slowly continue. I think as long as this doesn't have these lines, it's safe to enter. So we'll send our Engi over here to repair our engines. And we'll send our other crew members here to get healed up. Alright, and we are all back in fighting shape. Alright, and now you just can hit this button here and everyone will return to where they belong. Except for people that were... we'll put these guys around here. There we go. We need to save these new locations. There we go. Alright, so now... 2 stores. Jeez. We lucked out on the stores. I'm thinking we will go to this store first, then we'll round out and get back to the other store. Well, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We got 106 scrap, so hopefully we'll be able to buy stuff. Struggling Mantis cargo ship headed for the node raises what's left of its shields as you jump in. You power up your weapons as a show of force, and they reluctantly agree to offload some of their cargo to you for a price. So, not enough for cloaking. We don't want... That's not worth that. Hacking would be great. So hacking is something where you send almost like... Actually, no, I think you do use a drone part. And you can disable any area of the enemy's ship temporarily. So you could just completely start draining the shields. Which, especially late in the game and against the Rebel flagship, that's very helpful. I could also hire some more crew. I can't really sell anything. I could sell the scrap recovery arm, but that would be a waste. Should I buy hacking? You know what? Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and buy hacking. And just a couple of extra fuels. And we can see this right here. We're going to need to upgrade this, but we need a little more scrap. We need more power. I need more power, Captain. You find a Rebel automated scout floating near this beacon. Despite its pristine condition, it appears to be deactivated. Alright, so I can attempt to download the ship's data stores, which will get us extra stuff, or I can just get a free 18. We've done pretty well so far, so I think it's okay to risk. You are able to pull all of the ship's data about the sector. Your map has been updated, and it gets us 3 fuel, a little extra scrap, which we are immediately going to use to get more power. And now we can turn on hacking, although we only have a few of these things, so we don't really want to use them too often. Oh my, look at that. So this is a map. We know where everything... That's the quest that we picked up in the last sector. We get there, we'll be able to get a substantial reward. It looks like this store is going to be, we're going to be unable to get to the store. So let's just go along the path that's going to be the most profitable. The distress signal is coming from a small space station orbiting an uninhabited planet. Their satellite defense system has gone haywire, and their repair crew can't approach without being fired on. They're looking for help to fix or disable it. Let's promise to help them. You consider your options, and we have an Engi crew. Remotely repair its targeting system. The Engi apparently are telepathic, or I guess here telekinetic. Your crew member is able to remotely fix the glitch in the defense AI, allowing the repair crew to close in and finish the job. The station gives you its thanks along with a reward. That was very helpful. This is why having a large and diverse crew is incredibly helpful. Let's put one more. Let's get one more power. And increase our artillery beam. Now the artillery beam will charge up considerably faster, which means we'll get more jumps out of it. Okay. Possible ship detected there. So we know these areas are unlikely to produce stuff, so let's go there. Once you arrive at the location of the distress call, a civilian ship hails you. Thanks for responding to our beacon. Our FTL navigation has gone haywire, and we can't plot a course to the nearest depot to get it fixed. Could you lead us there? So this is the same quest as before. We will lead them to their destination, and now we have 2 quests to go to. There and there. Let's backtrack a little bit, because we'll just make it. You cross paths with a mantis ship that looks to have had dozens of layers of armor plating added over what must have been a 100-year career. Its captain is a legendary thief, Kazakh Palethiklik. Your crew look frightened, but we've got a Mantis crew member. We can attempt to hail him. Your Mantis crew member steps forward. He and Kazakh perform a weird kind of alien haka. You, meanwhile, charge the battle systems. So that wasn't as helpful as I wanted it to be. I guess this is as good a time as any because they've got a teleportation bomb. Let's continue with our thing of being not very damaged. We're going to send our hacking tool to disable their weapons before they can use them. So because we're connected to the weapons, we can see when they're charging. And right at the last second, we're going to turn on the hacking tool. Take out their shields. And now they're going to drain. Now they can't fire it. But that didn't... We only have a level 1 hacking, so that didn't do too much. You see it did use a drone part. And it looks like it missed. It looks like to be a system bomb, so they didn't... The AI in this game could be a little bit better. It doesn't really strategize how well it's supposed to attack. The other good thing about hacking is that they can't get in there to fix it. Oh no, engines are hurt. Engines are down completely, so if they get off another hit, we're just going to turn on the hacking now and drain it. And they've been destroyed. Kazakh flights to the last, and you pick the scraps from the corpse of the ship. You sense, though, that his death has left a great mystery unresolved. Well, that's a shame. We'll let our Engi friends here repair. The Mantis does not repair very well, so we're just going to go ahead and heal him. Alright, and we can send these guys. Once they're done healing, we just hit this little button here and they go back to their positions. Alright, we'll be right back. Okay, so where were we here? Alright, let's get to that quest area. A small rebel ship is docked at a space station. You try to lay low, but it spots you. Power up the weapons. Alright, so this ship is a threat. It is definitely a threat. It's got 2 lasers and this flak cannon. If you guys, if any of you saw the last episode of this, of FTL that I did. You'll note that the flak cannon was what took me out the last time. It basically just shoots a bunch of... and crap. It's also got drones. I really should have shut those down. Okay, we're gonna have to take out the... this is not gonna be fun. Crap. So they sent aboard this boarding party drone. This is probably one of the most powerful drones in the game because it breaches the room, which means oxygen's going to start lowering soon. Our engines are pretty much forfeit at this point, and their weapons are about to charge. I'm going to go turn this on now, buy us some time. Good thing that didn't hit us where our weapons are. Even if we destroy this thing, it's going to be a little hard to... there we go. I've got to watch out here. And here comes the incoming flak. I really hope that doesn't take out our Mantis guy. And it killed our Mantis! Shit! It would just... oh, man. That was unlucky. We have lost our engineer. That is not good. Let's take out the weapons while we can. They got the flak off. Let's get our rock guy healed. Oh, jeez. Took out that. This is really not good. Shields are down. This is what I mean when I say that things could just happen all of a sudden. You see, we killed... oh, God, and there's going to take out... oh, no. I'm going to have to send my Engi over there. The enemy ship appears to be powering up its FTL. Thankfully, our artillery beam saved the fucking day and took out a lot of the stuff here. But the artillery cannon is a no-go for now because I can't repair this bulkhead while that guy's in there. Thankfully, I was able to repair that. And the drones are out. Their weapons are out. We'll probably be able to win this. Let's get shields back up while we can. Engines back up. Weapons charging. Enemy FTL is charging. We do not want these fuckers getting away. Enemy FTL is delayed. Intruders detected. Yeah, that's our boarding drone. This is what I mean when I say that this game can really just suddenly fuck you in the ass. Augment FTL recharge booster. Alright. Take everything we have, just don't kill us. Whenever they all give effort to an augment, you're probably not going to get that, so I'm going to go ahead and accept their offer. And now we find, but the devastating loss of our engineer is going to be felt pretty hard. Let's move everyone back. We're going to take our guy off of sensors. Get him to repair this. Thankfully, he never actually did any damage to the artillery beam itself. He's going to take some oxygen damage, though. We'll repair him, hopefully at the store that we're on our way to. I think we saw another store. We can pick up another crew member, maybe even a Mantis. Having an Engi in the engine section isn't that bad of an idea. Alright, let's go to the quest. You arrive and the ship you were escorting jumps in behind you. Thanks for the help. We work at a nearby fusion power plant. We could try to improve your reactor's output as a form for compensation. So, yep, we've got one extra power now. Now we can have all the power we need for our current setup. But next we're going to have to focus on whatchamacallit. We are going to have to engage the Rebel fleet, it looks like, unless we want to skip the quest. And I'm not going to skip the quest, especially with as much engines as we have. A Mantis military scout hails your ship. Foolish alien, your kind has stifled our greatness for too long. You will rue the day you backed the Federation. So we're down a crew member, unfortunately, and that means our evasion isn't as high as it was going to be. We don't have sensors anymore because of what just happened, because we had to remove our crew member. And we've got a Mantis there, and our sole Mantis crew member's not doing that, so our hacking's probably going to get taken out. Alright, so where do we attack? We only got one level of shields, that's good. We don't really have to worry about their weapons that much. So let's take out their shields. We're not going to bother using hacking this time, especially since we only have two. See, that's a Mantis. That does 2 times damage, so... Ooh, where do you hit our artillery beam? That's going to charge up. Looks like we actually can get damage from them, so... Let's instead focus on weapons. Alright, we do not want to lose our guy. The beam's down. As long as we dodge one of them, we're going to be okay. There we go. And there goes the artillery beam. We have taken some damage, but so is... How did the Rogue 2 get... Oh, right, from the artillery beam. Alright, looks like this one's going to be wrapped up soon. They're refusing to surrender, which is their fault. At this point, it doesn't really matter where we aim. And we got him. The ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of useful scrap material. Alright, 2 jumps away from the quest. I'm going to take a quick break here. Okay, let's jump to our next sector. Let's get towards that quest and really dread facing the rebel fleet. You overhear Mantis comm chatter. The one on the right is starting to rot. Take him down, take off his fingers, put him out of the airlock. They certainly don't seem to be friendly. They don't look like they're going to be too much of a problem, though, so let's attack the ship. Even if we attempted to remain concealed, it probably wouldn't be an issue. And they jump into us. They can have the doors, so let's not risk any of our crew members. Just to be safe, I'm going to go ahead and attack their weapons. Didn't quite get through. Looks like, yeah, they can't get through our shields. Especially now that we've taken out some of their weapons. They do have 2 layers of shields, so that's a problem. That might take a while, but that's what the artillery cannon is for. Once that charges up, that should take a lot of their systems. Here it goes. Yep, there we go. Shields down, partially down. Weapons partially down. Pretty much everything partially down. And their weapons completely offline. They're not really that much of a threat anymore. Let's go and heal up our Engi friend, and he can go and repair. And there they go. Oh, they tried to teleport someone on board at the last second, and it failed because they blew up. The ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of useful scrap material. And lots of scrap. We now have lots of scrap, and that's great news. Let's repair the hacking terminal. Once we get to a store, we should really consider... Oh, I've got to... Oh, our piloting skills almost leveled up, so let's go to the quest now. Hopefully we'll get a lot more scrap even. Maybe we can even afford cloaking. You arrive at the ship, and the ship we were escorting jumps in behind you. Thanks for the help. We worked at a nearby fusion power plant. You guys have read this already. Upgrade reactor by 1, which is basically just like 25 scrap, or however much it would have been, 25 scrap. Alright, now we have to face the rebel... Actually, no. No. We don't want to face these guys. We're going to increase our engines. Can't believe I've gotten this far without even a secondary weapon. That's the power of the artillery beam for you. We've got high evade and our FTL is going to charge. This is a very powerful ship. 3 layers of shields. I don't think the weapons... Oh shit, that's a chain gun. Well, fuck. This is a perfect time to use... I'm going to actually attack the shields. Now you can see that the rebel ships are in the background. I'm going to turn this on. I'm just going to slowly decrease their shields. And I missed all 3. I missed all 1, so that was kind of a wash. That chain gun's going to take out our shields, but we're almost done at charging, so... Oh! Direct hit to our shields. And it took out... No! Oh, we were so close. We were so close to getting out unscathed. Oh, you arrive in Zoltan's space. From what you have heard, they anticipated the coming war and made preparations to hold their borders. Oh, that was devastating. Poor Rebecca. And we can't go back. Yeah, that was the fire from the rebel ship. From all of the other rebel ships surrounding us. That was the entire rebel fleet. They were all attacking us. Every now and then, something's going to get pierced. They just happen to pick the shields. Oh, that was devastating. So now we've got to put our Engi guy... One of them... yeah, we'll put him back there. And we're now back down to 4 crew members. But there's a store right here. Hopefully we can pick up 2 extra crew members. The Zoltan are fascinated by other species and have set up something of an alien knick-knack shop here. Why not take a look? And... doesn't look like it. We can't afford cloaking. We could buy drones. But we need a repair. So, no, can't really do anything there. We want to avoid this nebula, so let's go down there. Excuse me. You discover one of the rebels' autonomous scouts. The ship's AI wastes no time engaging your ship. That's an ion cannon and missiles. As long as they don't go after our shields, we're fine. Well, no, we'll take off hacking. We're not going to use hacking here. We should be safe from everything but that missile. But we've got pretty high evasion at this point, so... And if they still hit our engines, which decreases our evasion. And they hit our oxygen. That we can't allow. So far we are just not penetrating them. But we dodged. And you notice our evade went up even more. That's because our captain, our pilot, now has additional skill. There we go. And they missed another one. Got to take out that missile. There we go. Missile's done. Alright. We are safe from further harm, but they did do a decent amount of damage. We just healed. Take this opportunity to heal my guy. Ah, thank goodness for that artillery beam. The ship explodes. Substantial collection, materials, scrap, whatever. Alright, we're all healed up. And we're going to take it. Now, I'm going to go refill my wine glass. I forgot to do that. We're now on wine glass number 4. And I filled myself up with a big one, so that's good. Alright, so let's go ahead and continue. You pick up the last broadcast from a rupturing Zoltan freighter. The Mantis, they're here, please. You're interrupted by fire off the port bow. Alright, this is not going to be easy. Because they have 3 layers of shields. Our weapon is almost entirely useless. At least it will be entirely useless. Well, actually, no. Might not be entirely useless, come to think of it. I'm going to use hacking. Target their shields. I can maybe get rid of them. That is a very powerful missile launcher that they've got going on there. So at the moment I fire, I've got to wait until it's exactly down. Right about now. Sounds like the best time. There we go. Now I got them down. But they've got an Engie in there. Which means they're probably going to be able to repair it before I'm able to get my next weapon up. We're really going to have to... Oh, and that's a breach. Luckily not in any area important. We are doing damage. We're going to have to hope that the artillery beam is going to do most of the work for us, though. Luckily, they don't seem to have very good evasion capabilities. There we go. One more fire volley should do it. And they missed that last one, and there we go. The ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of useful scrap materials. We really need to get to a store, though. We're damaged, and I need another fucking weapon. The distress signal is coming from a small space station orbiting an uninhabited planet. Their satellite defense system has gone haywire, and their repair crew can't approach it without being fired on. They're looking to help to fix or disable it. Promise to help. Engie crew, 50. Nice. We might even run into some cloaking. Your crew member is able to remotely fix the glitch in the defense AI, allowing the repair crew to close in and finish the job. Before we go, let's go ahead and repair this breach, although it's not that important. It wasn't in a vital system, or any system for that matter. I can just hit there, go ahead and repair. But we really need to replenish our crew. The loss of the Mantis and the Zoltan was really bad for us. But we've got plenty of scrap right now. Maybe there'll be a store nearby. Not quite. Alright. Let's see. We should probably upgrade something. We have enough to go for this 3rd layer of shields. Oh... Decisions. Let's just jump to the next area and then make our decision. And it's an ion storm. You arrived at an infrequently used beacon close to a pulsar. Before long, a rebel ship happens to jump nearby. Looks like they'll have to fight. So this is an ion sun, or I don't know the actual technical term. It's really well armed. But every now and then the shields are going to get thrown down by this ion blast. So I'm going to have to use one of my last remaining drone parts to attack the weapons. And use that immediately. Wait until the shields go down. Shields are down. I put everything into attacking the weapons. Flak cannon and missiles are down. Their lasers are up, but fine. But our shields are down. That's not a good thing. So they can hit us. Sensors are down. We don't really need sensors too much. Might as well go repair them though, because our shields are down. You can hear it in the background while the game is. Oh, I was just about to say. Alright, their weapons are entirely down now. We don't really have to worry too much. We just have to go ahead and repair everything. Oh, somehow they dodged. You get a frantic message, take everything we have, just don't kill us. Without their weapons, I'm just going to not accept surrender. I think we can take them out just fine. Okay, they're almost up. Luckily we can hack their weapons. I don't think we're going to take any more damage. There we go. Their weapons are entirely out now. And our sensors are done too, but just one more hit. There we go. The ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of useful scrap materials. And useful it was. We will go ahead and jump right before we're about to get hit. There we go. And look at that, a store. We've got more than enough to buy whatever the hell we want. This could be a turning point in the game. A human ship hails. My friends, please, there is nothing I don't have. There's nothing worth wanting that I can't get. Why not take a look around my shop? Let's see if this guy's lying out of his ass. Okay, look at that. We can replenish our crew. And we could get 3 different kinds. Wow, that's impressive. All right, let's get our crew. We'll put him back on there. We'll put our mantis friend back on there. So now we've replenished our crew, and we still have enough to... But no weapons. No weapons. We are really lucky that we've got that artillery beam. In fact, if I'm going to upgrade anything, it should be that. We could also hire a slug person who's good at engines. Let's see, is our Engi person good at engines? Mort is a little bit low on engines still. Should we just hire him? Not buying him, he's not a slave. We could get drone control and buy a drone too, although we don't have enough for both probably. Combat drones aren't that great. Ion intruder drone is pretty powerful, but we're already low on drone parts anyway, so could get mind control. That's very helpful, but again, our systems are low. I think we're just going to go with the normal stuff. Fix everything. Should we buy that guy? All of our systems are currently manned. We don't really need a third person, but having an extra repair guy would be nice. Alright, yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to buy Ekman, and we're going to put him on engines. And we'll also keep the Engi back here to do repairs. And we're going to upgrade our power supply. We've got 1 extra power. And next we'll probably upgrade the artillery cannon, or maybe work on getting a 3rd layer of shields. But we are good to go. We are fully charged, ready for battle. I should have picked up more drone parts, though. Your ship is hailed. This is an automated message. Resisting our takeover is pointless. Prepare to die. It appears this rebel ship is run by an AI. Alright, so they've got a number of weapons, but the big thing is this very large cannon. I don't want to waste a drone part here, so hopefully we're just going to be able to take out... Actually, no. Screw that. We're using a drone part. That cannon's a bit too big. They're not going to get through our shields. Yeah, they definitely would have been able to attack us. Whether or not they would have hit is another question, but now we're probably going to be able to get away without any significant damage. They're going to get that off, though. And it hit our hacking. Luckily, we've got an extra person to repair that, and it's a good repair person. We took down everything but the missile. And they hit our engines. The weapons are down, so we shouldn't sustain any more damage, but that measly laser isn't going to do much. With these automated ones, they don't have crew, but they do like slowly heal their subsystems, or their systems overall. Artillery cannon's probably going to finish this off, but if our laser doesn't miss here. Okay, good. Ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of useful scrap material, which we will upgrade. The artillery beam. Now the artillery beam is going to charge even faster. This is our best weapon, so... And I should not have jumped that soon. Oh boy. A rebel ship approaches cautiously. Personally, says the captain, I'd have stuck with the Federation, but I'm a soldier, sir, and I'm no use without a war to fight. Raise your shields. I'm going to heal our friend here. We don't want to lose him just after we get him. They've got... we can't use hacking here because they've got a defensive drone. It's just going to shoot it down. That flak cannon's the real thing to worry about. So let's go after their weapons. Oh, wow. Looks like that combat drone got actually blew up. Alright, we're going to go ahead and risk it here. I'm really not... Okay, here comes the flak. 2 layers of shields. Oh! And our weapons are down. Let's send our Engi guy to repair them. It shouldn't take too long. Artillery cannon's about to fire, though. Hopefully it'll take out the weapons. No. Just took out shields. So we're probably going to get hit one more time. Someone just leveled up. Who was it? I don't know. Let's reactivate our lasers. We're going to get hit by that flak cannon one more time, probably. Yep, there it goes. We did take it down, just a second too late. Only sustaining minor damage. But more damage to the weapons, so we're still not going to be able to get to fire it, but the day is yours. Show us your honor by allowing us to leave with our lives. The way it's going right now, I don't think I'm going to be able to deflect another shot, so I'm probably going to take another shot from the flak cannon, so I'll just accept their surrender. Not what I wanted to do, but... And we're going to have to heal her. What? Oh, whoops. I think I accidentally said no. Okay, so we're still in this. My bad. Ooh, took out the weapons again. The artillery cannon will fire soon, and that will finish it off. There we go. The ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of useful scrap material. I really think this game needs to determine what a substantial amount and what a shit amount is, because that's not that much. Alright, we're just going to heal up our rock friend. It's a good thing he was a rock guy. He might not have survived that if he was any other species. Alright, jump up here. The Mantis outcasts sometimes make the mistake of taking the Zoltan for easy game. Scout moves in to attack while a boarding party beams aboard from a nearby transport. Ship does not seem to be that bad. And I've got 2 Mantis guys. We're going to move our Mantis friend and our 2 Engi. It's a shame that they're such weak fighters. Oh, and a third person. So actually, no, I'm going to take my Engi. Ah, just lost him. See, now that we have the sloth guy, we actually get to see where the people are preparing. It's not that helpful, but slug guys are not that good fighters. Neither are the Engi. That was close. They're gonna take out our shields, it looks like, or our engines. They dodged one of our blasts, so they can't really do much damage to us, fortunately. Let's send in these two guys. There we go. That did a lot of damage. Not enough to take out their shields, though, unfortunately. Wow, those slug people are really bad fighters. And they went back to go get healed. They actually can't get healed. They don't have a med bay, so we don't really have to worry about them sending over guys. Even if they do, they'll be pretty easily taken out. There goes our artillery cannon. Oh, and we got a new weapon, a firebomb. The ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of useful material. Alright. So that's pretty awesome. We got an extra weapon. Let's make sure everyone's healed up first. We are somewhat damaged, though, so hopefully we find a store where we can heal. You jump into a debris field that used to be a Zoltan cruiser. Unfortunately, its Engi escort takes you for the attacker and retaliates. So it looks like we're about to get hacked. Hopefully it's on like some stupid area like oxygen where they can't do it. And it's our weapons. Great. Wonder if we can hack their hacking. Now, that did almost nothing to really diminish us. But they've got 2 defensive drones, so it looks like we're going to have to rely on the power of our artillery beam. I don't think we actually need to do anything here. I'm pretty sure they can't defeat us. But our regular weapons are pretty much useless against them because of the defense drone. So we're going to have to wait for our... Well, actually, no. I can turn off the burst laser and turn on the firebomb. That will create a fire in one of these systems, which they'll have to heal. They have a cloning bay, so they can't really heal themselves. We are out. No, well, oh crap! They actually did get to hit us. Looks like that ion cannon is a little bit more powerful than I thought. Now, this is why it's a good idea to put these zones empty of oxygen, because this fire is going to go out automatically. Alright, because this thing has been hacked, we can't enter the room. And they're still hacking our weapons. And they hit out the O2. We're doing okay so far. We're pretty sure we're going to win, but they are going to do some damage. There we go. Took out their hacking now. And just for the heck of it, firebomb their weapons. We have taken our last bit of damage this turn, I think. We'll just wait for the artillery beam to finish him off. There we go. Ship explodes. Substantial collection materials, all that stuff. No store. But let's upgrade our ship. Okay. So now we can put both of the weapons up as long as we don't have the med bay active. But we are going to need the med bay active, come to think of it. Because we needed to heal up our guy. Let's cut out until everyone's healed up and back in position. Alright, we're back, and let's jump up here, get ourselves some more scrap, hopefully. Oh, we finally run into a Zoltan. A Zoltan ship makes contact. The nature of the day is rotational. The fever is emaciated. The reason is they've caught some nasty deep space dementia. Before you can consider finding help for them, they open fire. In case this is your first time, this is a super shield. We're going to have to get through their shield before we use anything like our drones. I don't think they can get through our shields. Oh, they definitely can get through our shields. Thankfully, they're not firing very quickly, and we're evading at 40% now, thanks to our pilot now having level 2 pilot skills. That's going to be huge. Let's fire on them. I don't know. Let's find out what happens when we use a missile, when we use a teleportation bomb on a super shield. Yeah, it doesn't do anything, so... as long as we keep that high evasion, we're probably going to be okay. Alright, so they're through that. Let's take out their shields with a firebomb. That's a high level on the shields. There we go. We already got rid of 2 layers of shields. There we go. Excellent. The fire is going to slowly take them out. They don't have any med bay. They have a clone bay, so even if we take out their guys, they'll be back up. But that's going to still make repairing very hard. And they've missed us entirely. Oh, we put them out of their crazy misery. The ship explodes, collection, materials, substantial, all that stuff. Alright, great. Alright. We can jump to one more location. Hopefully they won't take over the other part. An unmanned ship patrols the area. You prepare the ship for combats. And I don't think these... well, actually, no, they can get through our shields because they have the drones firing and they've got 2 missiles here. So let's take out their weapons as soon as possible. Actually, I'm going to take out their shields with a firebomb, which isn't going to do much because they don't need oxygen on the ship. So fires are difficult. It will do some damage, I hope. Alright, took out their weapons, and oh crap, there we go. Sensors are down. Oh crap, we are almost dead. I'm going to have to hack their drones. That turns the drones off for a time being. Alright, their weapons are down, their drones are disabled somehow. So looks like we will survive this encounter, but if we don't get to a store soon, or we don't get some way to repair... we are in danger of losing our ship. One of their weapons came back online. Let's take care of that. Alright, artillery beam's ready to fire soon. And we made it. Ship explodes. Collection, standard, sample, all that stuff. Alright. Oh crap. Well, this is likely going to be it, but I've got a strategy here. We're gonna put everything into evasion. What else can we take from? Alright, let's make sure everyone is healed up. We're actually gonna have to face the rebel fleet, it looks like. But it does not look good. I'm pretty sure we're not going to survive this next jump. But we do have more engines than we did the last time, so... And we've got the firebomb. That should be helpful. But, yeah, with that, we didn't run into a store for a long time, and we just got nickel and dimed on our armor. So let's take that out. We'll take out one of our... Oh, wait, no. I can... There we go. Fully powered except for the med bay. Alright. Let's tempt fate. Hopefully we can jump before they hit us with their ABS. We've got higher evade than the last time. And we're going to hack the fuck out of their weapons to make sure they can't attack us. Use that shit immediately. We don't have to worry about doors too much, so let's just leave that guy there and send the Mantis Cry to help out. We're almost fully charged. Here comes a missile. And the missile missed us. And we get to jump. Next sector, Engi controlled. Go. Whew! We survived. You have arrived in Engi space. The Mantis have been threatening the Engi core worlds, but you should be able to stock up for your journey. We still have to take out these guys. But we can put all of our energy back into taking them out. Whew. We lucked out there. I don't think we took any damage. And now that's a new level. Time for a new glass of wine. Looks like it's the last glass in this bottle. Alright, is there a store right here? No, but there is a distress beacon. We need to find a store soon because our hull is pretty damn low. You have arrived. You arrive at the beacon and immediately detect a pirate ship. It seems this distress beacon was a trap. So this is a charge weapon. In other words, every couple seconds it will fill up one of these slots. You can, as soon as one's fired up, you can let it go. Or you can wait until 2, 3, or 4 are fired up and it'll fire that many blasts. I can't afford to hold back at all because we cannot afford to take any damage. So let's hack their weapons. And charge up this. They've got an ion weapon too. This should hopefully give us enough time to at least get a volley of our burst laser off. Let's attack. Alright. Yes, charge weapon is offline. They missed their first ion cannon. And we've got a fire launched. They don't have any rock people to put out the fire easily. They can still damage us, though. Oh, they did get 1 damage on us. But that should be the last. We've got so many missiles, it's not even funny right now, so... They missed their ion, but they hit... Alright, we're doing well, we're doing well. I'm going to take out their shields next. Wait until that gets damaged. Alright. The enemy ship appears to be powering up its FTL. It's trying to escape. It won't be able to with all that damage to the engines. Just to be safe. Won't be able to repair that well either. Ooh, it hit our engines. Oh, this whole time my rock guy wasn't in position. Oh, crap, we let it go. Well, that's a shame. We lost the scrap. Oh, we lost the scrap and we lost any of the, and we lost any of the hull damage that we just received. Please let there be a store. There's no store. Just this one thing. Running low on fuel. Low on hull. You come across a large trade station. However, as soon as you approach, a warning goes out to all ships in the region. Do not associate with the Federation sympathizer. All who oppose the rebels will be punished. This here, I can hit one, and maybe I'll get to a store, which I'll be able to repair some of my hull, or I'm going to face an opponent. I'm going to hope that I can sell. And I can't. Luckily, those weapons don't look like it's anything we have to worry about too much. It has a cloaking device, which is gonna suck. For some reason, when the cloaking is active, it doesn't let you charge your weapons. I can understand firing your weapons. There we go. No, you do not get to fire. We're not going to bother with the fire bomb because it's just not going to do any damage here. They can charge while they're in cloaking, though. Unless we were cloaked, too. They're not going to fire until they come out of cloaking. And here goes the cannon, artillery beam. Alright, these guys are done. They'll probably get one more cloak off before they go, but... Jeez. Ship explodes, substantial collection of materials, and a store. Fuck yes. I'm not even going to bother going to another spot. We need to. Oh, look at this. These are the kind of weapons we need. A pike beam? A pike beam would be amazing. But, and we can't even fix everything. This is the amount we can fix. You know what? I'm going to sell that thing. Fix even more, because I want that pike beam. We're going to go to... Oh, there's another store. We've got time. We've got time. But we're... Actually, crap, we're low on fuel. I didn't even realize that. Dock with the refueling platform. Hopefully this could bite us in the ass, or it could give us fuel. A small platform orbits near this beacon. It looks like a fueling station of some sort, but it's cheerily broadcasting reasonable prices in a spectrum of frequencies and languages. And of course, it bites us in the ass. The refueling station welcomes you into one of its berths, and as you hail them, there is an explosion from your engine room. While assessing the damage, you detect a pirate ship closing fast. Well, isn't that special? Our engines are damaged, so we have lower evade. But we're not going to let them attack us. Thanks to our hacking. This is how helpful hacking can be. I really need to upgrade that, but shields are going to be more important. Let's go ahead and attack their weapons. We hit one, so we got one of them down. Oh, but the missile's back up. They're trying to get in there to repair, but they can't just yet. Luckily our evasion's so high, and we were able to repair before they got a shot off. Beam's about to fire. It's going to be difficult to get through there, but hopefully it takes out their... Yes! And before their missile goes off. Part of me's thinking I shouldn't have sold that fire weapon. And there goes the missile. Hopefully we miss it. And we do. We dodge it. I think that's the last we have to worry about this ship, because by the time... There we go. We get to hack a little more. The enemy ship appears to be powering up its FTL, but its engine is damaged. And they can't get out now. They went in to repair the weapons, and they can't. Offer their surrender. No, I don't think so. That is a decent amount, but... Oh shit, I didn't know they still had a missile open. Ah, and it hits our shields, and almost takes out my guy. 47. Okay, but we got more fuel. That's good. Ship explodes. Substantial collection of materials. Excellent. It's a little less than we actually need in order to get that pike beam, though. Alright, two more things. We're going to do some backtracking here, but hopefully we'll have enough scrap. We can't give them fuel. Well, hello, we used our last FTL fuel to jump to the station. We have 3 fuel. They're asking for 3 fuel. We just can't give it to them. Hopefully we'll get a little extra scrap here. 21 and an anti-combat drone. That's perfect. Just in the nick of time, too. Alright, so now we can get this pike beam. We can get some fuel. And we can fix. Okay, so we've got our pike beam. This, I'll show you in a second. It's like the artillery beam, only it doesn't bypass shields. And, yeah, we're not going to be able to do anything here because we've already been there. We're still pretty low on fuel, though. Hopefully we'll be able to get some here. Oh, look at that. 2 fuel. Single ship at this beacon. They hail you. We could really use some help. Our FTL navigation system is shot. Can you help us get to a nearby station where they can patch us up? Great. Take this little bit of fuel as your down payment. We'll be 1 step behind you following your jump signatures. Don't want to take any risks. Now do we? Alright, so now we've got 4 fuel, 0 scrap. But we've got 2 weapons ready to go. I guess it's going to be in the next area. You cross paths with an Engi cargo vessel hurrying home before the Mantis fleet attempts to take over the sector. They're happy to offload some of their cargo to get home faster. So just free stuff. I like free stuff. And let's get out of here. You've arrived at the long-range beacon. When the FTL drive is charged, you can jump to the next sector. Scan reveals a large asteroid field nearby. Short-range scanners may discover useful materials while we wait for the FTL to recharge. I have the scrap recovery arm, so that gives us a blue option. 56. Excellent. Alright. There's no way I'm going to go check out here because I do not want to run into the fleet. I can do the abandoned sector or the rebel-controlled sector. Let's take those fucking rebels head on, man. We've got our pike beam, we've got our artillery cannon, and it's a fucking nebula. Of course it's a fucking nebula. We've got one fuel. So this sucks. The sector was hit hard by the rebellion. The many alien settlements and stations located here are now watched over by almost an equal number of rebel bases, heavy-handedly keeping the peace. Okay. Let's go to this unvisited location. And this is our last of the fuel. Hopefully we'll be able to fight something here. And yes, we can, but they've got too many shields. We've arrived. Alright, so thankfully we've got hacking. But they've got a teleportation bomb. Oh, and this is an asteroid field. This actually works out well for us. We're going to work on their shields. If they lower our shields, we're in a big amount of trouble here, but we're going to take this out. Alright, attack. And the shields are down. Now the shields are down just for just a moment. That's all we need to do a pike beam across 4 different areas. This is a very powerful weapon. Unfortunately, it raised the shield, and we only got 2 damage done, but that was enough to decrease its shields. Alright. We don't need doors here. No one's going to jump on us here. We have to hope these guys give us... They missed their teleportation beam. There we go. Their artillery beam took it out. Pike beam again, and that should finish it off. Very little damage. 1 fuel. 39 scrap. The ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of materials. Let's go heal up. We'll take one out of the engines. Alright, we're good. We're going to take a small break, and we'll be right back. Alright, so we're back down to only 1 fuel. Well, I guess we have no choice but to go up into the nebula. Oh, please. Please let there be something here. Oh, crap. You jump into the middle of a plasma storm. Multiple recently incapacitated ships loom in the shadows, briefly illuminated by the lightning. So if you'll notice, we're in a nebula, so our power consumption is cut in by half. We're going to have to manually search the wreckage and hope that we get some fuel. Well, good and bad news. While the crew is off the ship searching through the wrecks, 2 hulls crash into each other, breaking the crew's tethers. You have no time to react as someone is knocked away, floating helplessly into the gaseous clouds. So, we lost one of our repairmen, but we did get 3... fuel. So, that can help get us a little bit far. We've got plenty of scrap now. But we don't have enough fuel to give these people. You arrive and find a ship floating among the debris. Hello, our impulse drives are shot and we can't jump. Could you give us some fuel? Apologize, wish them luck, and continue on. We understand. Please send help our way. It's a shame. If we had plenty of fuel. I know, look, a store! A store! Okay, we can afford to go 1 more jump. Want to get as much stuff, and it's a solar... Great. You arrive to find yourself extremely close to a star. You receive a message from the pirate ship. I'm glad you arrived. Our ship is damaged and we're getting desperate. I hope you don't mind if we take yours. So this is not at all going to be helpful. Slugman is not going to be very effective in combat, but our Mantis guy is going to do double damage. As long as the pilot's in there. Oh, and that guy's going to get screwed over. And we're going to damage our engines. Really would be better if we had some upgraded stuff. And a fire started. Not a big deal. Our one guy should be able to do that. We took care of that. We'll heal all of them. Shouldn't take too long for the engines to charge up in this state. And we can jump before the next thing hits us. Let's go to the store, maybe pick us up a new weapon, a new crewman, something, and heal. You receive a generic advertisements from a nearby public shipyard. It seems they are willing to work on any ship, not only those of Rebel Hue. Alright. Oh my god, we can get cloaking. Well, here's what we definitely need. Let's see. Oh, geez, the halberd beam. It's even more powerful than the other one. FTL jammer, advanced FTL navigation. We don't really want those. Oh, we can sell the anti-drone. Excellent. Ooh, another halberd beam would be amazing, but cloaking is just so damn helpful, especially in avoiding missiles in the final level. Oh god. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. This is your ship's final system slot? Are you sure? Well, there we are. Hacking and cloaking, and somehow I turned off the oxygen. Shit. I don't even remember doing that. We're going to need to upgrade our reactor a lot and work on getting shields next. We're more than halfway through the game. Oxygen slowly declining. I'm going to turn this off while we recharge everything, and we'll be back once we're all ready to go. Okay, we're back. We've got most of our oxygen. We have to get to that quest. The AI of a nearby small rebel scout immediately identifies you as a threat and engages. The ship starts to power up its FTL drive. If it gets away, it will no doubt warn the fleet of your position. So, we need to charge up our weapons here. Turn off this. And we'll send our Engi over here. Sorry, you might be able to hear my daughter in the background. She's just hanging out and having a good time. We don't want them destroying anything here. And let's go ahead and use our hacking. Oh, we need more power to hacking. We don't need as much engine stuff with cloaking, so we're going to turn off one of the engine. We still have 40% evade. And turn off the shields. Watch this. We're going to turn on cloaking, and that missile's going to definitely miss us. That's why cloaking is so helpful. We will turn on that, and all we need to do is get through 2 layers of shields, and there we go. Now we can take out cloaking, everything but the engines. Or mind control. Mind control's done. Get back to being healed. Shields are damaged. But it looks like they still got off, so let's see. Turn off oxygen briefly, just to increase our evasion up to 45, and did it. Oxygen back on. There we go. Wait until the pike beam recharges. There goes the artillery cannon. And one more pike beam. This time we're going to take out the engines rather than the... There we go. We did get hit one time. The ship breaks apart, and you feel relief in the knowledge that you will hopefully still be one step ahead of the fleet. Alright, we need to heal up our guys. Let's repair our artillery cannon. And let's see, we're going to need one more power. Alright. So where are we going to go to next? Got plenty of fuel now, thankfully, but oh yep, we're gonna go to the quest. 2 hull points repaired. So that, oh, and a store, but we have 0 scrap. Well, that was helpful, I suppose. Unlike any other store, this quest store is gone once we leave. We've got 0 scrap, so that was pretty much a wash. Maybe we'll find something here. And this ion storm. You arrive at an infrequently used beacon close to a pulsar. That's what it's called, a pulsar. Before you long, a rebel ship arrives and yada yada yada. Okay, we can skip that first... Oh, jeez. Wow. These guys have serious weapons. Able to take out a lot of our crap. Wow. These are pretty advanced drones. We're going to wait until they try to use that missile, because that's the biggest threat. Holy shit. There we go. Now, oh crap, they just hit cloaking. Oh. Well, this did not go according to plan. It's relying on cloaking. We need to get cloaking back online as soon as possible. But, okay, look, their weapons, everything's down because of that, so now... You can notice here, the looms that get illuminated in yellow are the ones that we can hit, so... I'm not going to worry too much about their O2. We're going to go after their weapons, shields, med bay, and... Actually, is that the best? What else can we do? Yeah, that's about the best we can do. There we go. There we go. They won't be able to fight back that much now, though the drones are still in play. Let's turn on the cloaking while we can. The drones won't be able to attack us. Okay, thankfully that ion pulse took out their drones too. The ship repeatedly hails you. It looks like they want to surrender. Fuck them. They took out half of our stuff. The ship explodes, leave behind a substantial amount of stuff, and most of our systems are down too. Jeez. This is what I mean when I say that this game can just suddenly fuck you over. We're not in any immediate danger, mostly due to the fact that this ion will continue to take out our shields, but it won't do any actual damage to our crew or our systems, just temporary ion damage. Alright, so I'll get right... Well, let's fast forward to when I fixed everything. Alright, I've fixed everything, and we're just going to jump right now. We don't have enough to get back to the store, at least not to be anything useful. And we don't have any time to get back to the store, so let's go here. There are no other ships near this beacon. However, you detect a small communications relay. You tap into it without a problem. There is no encryption. Most of the chatter revolves around troop and fleet movements, not particularly interesting. Long story short, that means there's nothing here and we get nothing. We've got some fuel, so let's go here. We should have at least one more jump. You receive a message from a small convoy. They're looking for some military supplies and are offering to try to improve your reactor. 3 fuel, 2 missiles, 2 drone parts for 1. That's not a good deal. You decide what supplies... I can't even do it anyway. Alright, 1 more. Hopefully we don't get overtaken by the rebels, but we know we can get rid of them. We can get out of their way before, so we're not in too hard shape. A rebel ship is patrolling the beacon and immediately turns to engage. As your crew scramble to battle readiness, sensors detect a short-range teleporter signal. An intruder is on board. A flushed, panicky rebel soldier has teleported aboard. The rebel, who appears unarmed, repeatedly declares his peaceful intentions. It seems the rebel life has lost its charm. So here's the deal here. This is a risk. There's a 50% chance that if I take this guy, he's going to accept. And he's going to be part of the crew. There's a 50% chance this is a trick, and I'm going to lose one of my crew members. This is a hard decision. The concern, I'm going to go ahead and trust him, and this is probably going to backfire, but let's see. Oh, look at that. Relieved and lightheaded, your new crew gets to work as the rebel ship attacks, and this guy is a fighter. So if anyone else tries to teleport aboard, interesting how we teleported aboard when there's no teleporters on that ship. But let's turn off our whatchamacallit, our med bay and turn on our cloaking. They've got that flak cannon and a defensive drone. I don't anticipate this ship being too much of a problem based on the fact that we've got cloaking now. They fired the pike beam, or I'm sorry, their flak cannon. It's going to miss us entirely. Let's go ahead and take out their shields. Oh, we can't. We tried, we just wasted a drone part. Alright, so this is going to be tough. Hopefully we'll hit all 3, and we do. We can take out drones. We can take out a lot of things here. Oh, hold on, we'll be right back. Sorry about that, I had to take care of my daughter. We fired on them, took out some of their shields, their doors, whatever that's worth, and their engines. Let's see. That flak cannon worries me. Here comes the flak cannon. We've got full evasion. Looks like it missed us. I didn't even see it coming. We still got hit by some of their physical weapons, though. The enemy ship appears to be powering up its FTL. It's trying to escape. I don't think it's going to be successful. There we go. It's trying to surrender, take everything we have. Well, you don't have any fuel, so we're going to not accept surrender and use the pike beam. Take out your weapons. And your... there we go. Oh, jeez. I just got that up in time. Took out... I should have accepted that, it looks like. We're going to open this stuff up here to just take out that fire. Hopefully it won't spread. Oh, we got the cloaking up just in the nick of time. Let's take them out with the pike beam. There we go. Hopefully they get some fuel for this. And 2 fuel. The ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of materials. Alright. We are good to go, it looks like. Let's see where else. Oh, and to the exit. You've arrived at the long-range beacon. When the FTL drive is charged, you can jump to the next section. The rebels in this system are doing supply runs for local space stations. These civilians have likely been out of supply for months due to the war and are in desperate need. We can attack the rebels, wait and steal the supplies from the civilians, let them be. Since we need scrap, and we're not assholes, let's go ahead and attack the rebels. Problem is, they've just sent a hacking drone at us. Let's cloak. That's going to give us a few seconds without having to worry about that. In the meantime, we're going to hack their hacking. We're going to try to hack the hacking, but they hacked our hacking. Wow, that was one of the most pointless things I've ever seen. Okay, then. Let's go ahead and attack their shields. We hit 2. Alright, we don't need to attack their shields. Let's just attack all of these things. There we go. We did damage to cloning, we did damage to weapons, to drones. Their drones are down, as you can see. And I don't think their weapons are not good enough to get through our shields, although with the help of the drones, they might be able to still do damage to us. Now let's go after the shields. We got a little damage on the shields, but nothing to really affect us. Initiate cloaking. Prevent their weapons from charging for a bit. Engines down. Should have went after shields, but what are you going to do? We're going to have to wait until the artillery beam comes on. Alright, let's finish these guys off. There we go. They are done for. With the rebel ship destroyed, you take the time to collect what little scrap remains. They've already made their delivery to the civilians. So we get 1 fuel. We're low, we're damaged, and this is just a game, so we're going to steal the civilian supplies. Colonists hand over supplies, and you load it onto your ship. As you jump away, you crack it open and discover nothing more than vaccinations for a local plague. Well, don't I feel like a dick? Alright, next sector. We only have one option, and it's Zoltan controlled. Which means we should find plenty of stores here, at least. If we can heal up. The Zoltan patrol their borders, but won't let you pass when you ID as Federation. Let's hope they won't be so courteous to the rebels. So we're going to leave it here for now. I'm going to finish this up after I take care of my daughter. And, yeah, so just hold on, and we'll continue in a second. Okay, let's continue on our journey. Actually, real fast, let's take a look at our ship. I'm going to want one more of hacking at some point, but I really need to get the shields up. For shields to get up, I need another 100. I can upgrade the shields and get 1 extra bar. Okay, so we're going to need a little bit more stuff. Let's go ahead and heal my guy here. Should have done that earlier, sorry. Alright. You know what, let's go ahead and do... Well, let's see, is there any... Oh, no, there's a store right here. I'm glad I didn't spend all that money. Jeez. We need to get healed up. The human ship hails. My friends, please. There is nothing I don't have, and there's nothing worth wanting. Yada, 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 yada. We've heard this before. Oh, a level 1 flat cannon and a small bomb. Long-ranged scanners, stealth weapons, Zoltan shield bypass. First off, we kind of need to fix all. And we need to buy some fuel. That should be enough for now. And we don't have enough for anything else. So, I'm going to go ahead and just move on out. There's another store. Great. Let's go get some stuff. And then after that, hopefully we can work on getting shields. Buy 6 fuel for 12 scrap. That's a great deal. We don't have to worry about scrap. We don't have to worry about fuel for the rest of the time. Sorry, I didn't mean to just jump ahead of that. But basically, they offered us fuel for scrap. You spot a pirate ship looting a small Zoltan cruiser. They spot you and move in to attack before your FTL drive has a chance to recharge. Alright, so we could take some damage from these guys. They don't have any drones, though. So now we have our pike beam. We're going to go after their shields. Oh, and look at that. Alright, let's send our human fighter to deal with these guys. Slugs are not that great. But we don't want them to take that out. Alright, let's turn on our hacking. And then fire our burst laser. There we go, it's down. We'll take out their teleporter, their shields, and their weapons. And their cockpit. This is a poorly designed ship against beam weapons. Alright, good. They can't heal. Oh, we have a mantis. Why? Alright, we'll go and get this guy healed up. Oh boy, we don't want... Oh, that was close. They actually did damage... Okay, we're going to... Wait, it sounds like someone's attacking something. The day is yours. Show us your honor by allowing us to leave with our lives. They've done very little damage. But that's a decent amount of scrap and an extra drone part. I'm going to go ahead and accept that surrender. Alright, everyone's okay, right? Good. Let's heal them all up. Okay, we will save that position. And let's go here. We want to get as much scrap as we can before the storm. Intruders on board. Great. Sorry I skipped that. All you need to know is that we're under attack, and they attacked us, of all places, inside... Oh, and they're attacking us in 2 different places. Wow, that's great. Okay, how are we going to handle this? We've got a lot of weapons, but 2 of them are beams. We can get through our shields, though, so... we'll have to use our cloaking. In the meantime, let's do our regular tactic and go after their shields. Now this is ready to fire. Let's use the hacking. Take out their shields, and then use the pike beam. Take out a lot of stuff there. Actually, wait, no. I want to do this as low as possible. That will get us an extra room, I think. And our pilot's going to have to leave. I don't know how they're attacking us while we have a shield up. That usually can't happen. Oh, jeez. Let's put up our cloaking device. So far, we're not in too much danger. Pike beam will take out all of that. There we go. We took out their weapons. Our oxygen's really decreasing, though. Ooh. They did more damage to us than I really wanted them to, but I think we should be able to finish them off pretty easily. Just one more hit. Oh crap, how did... That must be a beam that can get through shields like mine. I didn't know there was something like that in this game. I thought... jeez. The ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of useful scrap materials. That's really a lot of news. Alright, I'm going to pause this briefly while I repair. Okay, everyone's back to their positions. We're all repaired up. I think I might go to the store now. The Zoltan are fascinated by other species and have set up something of an alien knick-knack shop here. Why not take a look? Okay, we've got enough crew. Fire suppression would be helpful. First off, we need to heal. And an additional weapon would be nice. Let's see, the flak cannon might be a good idea too. Fires a blast of debris across a random area, doing up to 3 damage. Good at taking down shields, but hard to aim. Since we have the pike beam, that actually wouldn't be too bad of a thing. We could also use missiles, but that requires even more power. Let's see. Fire chance low. Not so sure. We've got plenty of fuel. Can't sell anything. Flak cannon would be more expensive. But the flak cannon would be very difficult for defensive drones to take down. So I'm sort of leaning towards the flak cannon. Yep, you know what? Let's do the flak cannon. And now we can just focus on the ship. It's going to be a while before we can actually use it. Well, unless we do this. Let's try using the flak cannon the next thing and see if it actually works out. And the rest of everything's going to go into shields and upgrading our weapons. I think with these 3 we should be fine. But since it's good at getting down shields and we have the pike beam, which is good once shields are down, I think this should be perfect. You jump into a debris field that used to be a Zoltan cruiser. Unfortunately, its Engi escort takes you for the attacker and retaliates. Alright, see, now look at this. That's a lot of additional defensive drones. If we had bought the Hermes, that missile, we wouldn't be able to do anything. But let's see how it does against here. We'll try to take down the shields. And it missed entirely. Those weapons don't look like it's too much. Well, actually, no, that's could be bad. Alright, no, we're fine. Let's try one more time. If this doesn't work, we'll... Oh, there we go. We got that down. Let's take out the drones. Take out the shields, engines, medbay, and the... Yep, look at that. Beautiful. Still didn't take out enough of the shields to really do a lot of damage, though. So, oh, there goes the, there goes the cannon. Let's try to take out some shields again. They're really, there's a bunch of Engi, so they're really good at repairing. Same blast as before. Alright. Somehow we keep damaging the shields, but not enough to actually get any of their shields down. Hopefully this is actually going to just put them out. Nope. No such luck. We're just going to cloak, make sure those ion beams can't hit us. But I think the flak cannon was a good choice. Once we get the burst laser up too, we should be great. Ship explodes, leave behind a substantial collection of useful material. Great, we've got 78 scrap. And we should be able to get to a few more locations. Everything else is going to be going into shields and weapons. We need 2 more levels of weapons, 2 more layers of shields at least. These guys have missiles, but as long as we have cloaking, we're fine. But, oh crap. In comes a drone. Actually, let's cloak. We'll cloak now. This guy isn't going to actually be able to do any damage. We'll be able to fire off our weapon. Again, we'll go for shields. And lands right in the med bay. And they also land right in here. That's going to be fun. We're going to have to take off the engines and input. We've got good guys in there for this. We've got... Oh, and there goes the missile. But it missed us. Fire the flak cannon. Alright, flak cannon done. We're going to go for drones, weapons, and shields. Look at that. That's 5 different rooms. Excellent. Like the flak cannon, I'm going to aim for... It's probably not the best idea, but... Ooh, they got weapons. Phew. I'm gonna not accept their... Well... No, I'm not... Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and accept their surrender. That's a decent amount of scrap. We almost lost our fighter guy. That did not go well. Alright, we'll let him get healed up. Alright, good. Turning to stations. We'll jump right as this is about to hit us. We don't want to go to the exit just yet. Whew, okay. Intruders on board. There are a few more zealous in their customs checks than the Zoltan. Team of border police beam on board. There's just a little confusion over your weapons license, but these things escalate rapidly from heated discussions to gunfire. Alright, so we've got to deal with 4 Zoltan. They're trying to make their way in here, so I'm just going to move everyone in. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Flak cannon's going to be good for that. Let's just hope that... And we're going to use... That did not take much. I can turn off the pike beam and turn on the burst laser, because the pike beam is not going to do any damage against them. And we lost a crew. We lost our Mantis fighter. Right now, having hacking is pointless, so... Rock guys are immune to fire. We'll send him over there. Alright, fire is down, shields are down. Turning off the burst laser and activating the pike beam. But our O2 is down as well. We need to repair that before it goes too critical. This is not going as well as I would have hoped. Uh-oh. Hopefully that hits. It does hit, but it doesn't take out all of their shields, so our pike beam is pretty much useless. Oh no, oh no. Whew. These guys are doing way more damage than I wanted them to. At least our med bay is back online. I'm going to take out one of the engines Activate some of the hacking. We need to end this sooner rather than later. And we need to also take out their weapons. Go on the very tip here, and look at that. There you go. 5 rooms. That's an excellent attack there. That almost took them out entirely. I think we're going to be okay now. Although we did lose our Mantis crew member, which is disappointing, to say the least. But we survived. The ship explodes, substantial collection, useful materials, and now we can actually level up our ship. Level 3 ships and some additional power. We now have the level 3 shields, so that should really help us out in the long run. We'll be right back after healing. And we're back. Alright, we have enough time for one more distress signal with our level 3 shields, and good thing we upgraded them too. Your jump interrupts a Zoltan security ship as it follows a Mantis pirate into an asteroid field. They message you, your presence here will be continued to be tolerated, but please do not interfere. I like the Zoltan better than the Mantis, so let's interfere and help the Zoltan ship. You overtake the Zoltan and catch up with the Mantis ship in the asteroid belt. Time to make some friends. So thankfully we've got this level 3 shielding now. We can take off our med bay, and now we've got full 45% evasion. Alright, so this is when taking out the air really helps. They're trying to get in there, but we've got shields, we've got doors, thanks to having this guy in here. So they slowly get hurt there. Alright, time to fire the pike beam. We'll again aim for the shields. The flak cannon. And all 3 miss. Unfortunately. Looks like their bomb went off in there. Alright, we're going to cloak now. And we're going to take out their shields with the drone. And begin hacking. There we go. Shields are down. Pike beam can engage. Top corner, there we go. 5 rooms. You really want to maximize that that beam attack. Oh, looks like they took out the hacking. Let's go and repair that. Well, they tried to take out the hacking. No, they succeeded in taking out the hacking. Oh, pike beam is active. Alright, we were successful. As you're salvaging the Mantis wreck, the Zoltan Security Patrol returns with 3 other ships. You quickly salvage what you can, set off before they can stop you for questioning. Lots of extra fuel. We're all healed up. Well, actually, no, we need to go and heal up in here. Three levels of shields. We're fine. We're going to be fine in here. Everyone returning to stations. And we can just make the exit before the rebels catch up with us. You've arrived at the long-range beacon. When the FTL drive is charged, you can jump to the next sector. Oh, you receive a message from a small refugee convoy. Yeah, we'd like to help you on your mission, but we don't have much to offer. If you have extra metal, perhaps we could work on your ship. Well, let's inquire about their specialty. They offer to grade your door subsystem in exchange for some scrap 8 for the doors. That's great. You let the team on board, and after a short time, they finish their work. So now we have extra powerful doors that will help in our battles when people try to take us over by boarding us. Oh, crap, that's it. This is the last stand. That also means it's the last glass of wine. You arrive at an outpost close to the Federation base. Your access codes get you past initial security, and an officer sets up a direct feed to the Federation base's war room. Admiral Tully speaks first, saying, "What is the meaning of this? Who are you?" I'm going to explain my mission. Your explanation is met with murmurs of cynicism and disbelief among the officers. General Turzil of the Engi Brigade speaks up. Intel suggests potential counter to rebel technology. Risk all or save none. Explain the weakness of the enemy fleet, the rebel flagship. Tully responds, "It's settled. The rebels will be here in a matter of moments. We will do what we can to hold off their warships, but you must succeed in destroying this flagship. Your current outpost can provide some repairs and fuel, and the other repair stations can provide aid as well. Good luck." So, we are now reached the final battle. And we don't have enough power to really get the ship up to full spec, but we do have enough to get 1 extra power, so now everything is powered. Hopefully we can get by in an encounter or two enough to increase the weapons. We need 125 scrap. We need about 200 scrap, it looks like, if we want to get all three weapons online. And we're going to run into this with only 3 levels of shields, so it's not looking that good. Oh, there's a store here. Now, here's the other problem. The base is here. Here's the rebel flagship. As time goes on, the rebels are going to take more and more spots, and so it's going to be harder and harder to do crap. So what we have to do is try to get to that base before the rebels do, or at least 3 turns after they do. And this is what we're dealing with right now. 4 layers of shields. Thankfully, only 2 small weapons, at least we can see right now. The destruction in the distance is almost awe-inspiring. However, you're dragged back to reality as sensors indicate you are under attack. And they're going to try to hack our weapons. I'm going to cloak in the meantime. Maybe we can get something off before they can get here. And let's aim for their drones. Going to turn off the pike beam for now. Nope. Don't know how powerful their stuff is. You just kind of have to hold out for now. Those weapons are probably not going to be able to get through our shields. Oh, there we go. And crap, it's one of those weapons that can get, it's one of the beams that can get through our shields. So we're going to have to take out their shields. I'm assuming, why'd I do that? They have a defensive perimeter. Alright, we've got to fire the flak cannon and the burst laser at the same time. There we go. We took out 1 layer of shields. And the artillery cannon did the rest. Unless we can take out those... We can't really afford to buy just to waste more drone parts. Alright, fire both. Alright, we did some damage, it looks like. See, they have a cloning facility. We killed a bunch of the guys with the flak cannons, but they can come back. Only doing a small amount of damage for now. But the artillery cannon's almost ready to fire. That did some damage. Not really enough to really celebrate. Yeah, they've repaired their shields in the meantime. As long as this guy's active, we can't really do anything about, and we can't use our hacking ability. It really does seem to be only a matter of time, though. There we go. Minimal damage taken. There's no time to salvage all of the wreck. The fleet is still nearby. Get ready to jump. Alright, so that was that. We could go to the store, but there's not much that we can do there. So I'm instead going to try to go to this base. You don't have any time to worry about the battle in the distance. The fight is coming to you really quickly. Well, these guys have lots of weapons, but thankfully no drones. So we're going to be able to take down their shields. Let's turn off the burst laser and turn on the pike beam. And this is where our doors are going to come in. Handy. They're going to try to get through our level 2 doors because we have that one level up and we've got someone behind the doors. So meanwhile, they're going to get damaged. And once they fire, we're going to go cloaking, so we know that they misses that. They can't charge their weapons in the meantime. Alright, now we can use the flak cannon, and that should hopefully take out enough to use the pike beam. Now this is a better designed ship. This is going to be hard to take out shields and everything else. There we go. We got 4 rooms there. Still not doing enough damage to really take the stuff, to really do it, take out some of the shields. Pike beam is not going to be effective right now. Cloaking really helped us out there. There we go. Pike beam took out the shields. Beam does a lot of hull damage, but doesn't do a lot of system damage, it looks like. Ooh, they love attacking this upper left corner for some reason. It's gonna be okay though, I think. Pike beam is active. There we go, and the artillery beam fired at the same time. There's no time to salvage all the wreck. The fleet is still nearby. Get ready to jump. Alright, so we can get to this repair base, thankfully. And then it's just 2 more jumps to the actual rebel base, to the actual Federation base. We've got 76 scrap to work with to upgrade the ship. We don't have enough to upgrade the artillery beam one more time. We might by the time we get there, which could actually be the best use of our power. We need 125 to get all 3 weapons operational. Even if we got all 3 weapons operational, we don't have enough power to run it. So it's a bit... Well, for now, let's just jump to the repair station. Should be a safe. Maybe they'll even give us scrap. There we go. Your forward construction station is in the process of repairing damaged warships. Your command codes convince them to do a quick patch job on your ship. So we got full repair, missiles, not that we really need them, some drone parts, and 23 scrap. We definitely don't have enough for an extra layer of shields. We do have enough to upgrade the artillery beam. We'll probably have enough to supply the power. So I'm thinking that's what we should go for. Either that or an additional thing of hacking. Actually, yeah, I'm thinking about going with hacking, actually. That'll only give us 10 extra seconds, but this will give us an extra, even further drain. In fact, we can do both. Alright, we've got level 3 hacking. We can take out our med bay here, and if just one or two more... Well, let's see what we get here. Hopefully this does not damage us too badly. This is going to be one of the more interesting battles against the Rebel flagship, though. You detect an automated Rebel scout attacking a small refueling outpost. Intervene to defend the outpost. You detecting the higher threat, the automated ship moves in to engage. So this is going to be an interesting battle. Oh, this is going to be the thing. What is that hacking terminal going to attempt to attach? If it's to oxygen, we really couldn't have picked anything better, because it's probably not going to be able to take us down to the point where it's going to hurt us. Let's see. Let's take out one. We don't have to worry too much about dodging, but... So let's go ahead and drain their shields. Now watch the power of level 3 hacking. That definitely did it. There we go. Damage to all sides. Now look, they can't even actually get our oxygen down to a dangerous part. And they can't get through our shields, especially with their weapons down. The artillery beam's taking them out, so we're going to probably get out of this without any problems. Yep, once that artillery beam fires again, or the flak cannon, we're probably going to be okay. This might finish them off right here. Let's cloak to make sure. And this should do it. Ship breaks apart and you quickly salvage what you can. The outpost hails you after the scout was destroyed. Thanks for the help. We've been harassed non-stop by those scouts. Take this on the house. So that's going to be very important. Let's go heal up. One or two more. Oh, we can actually upgrade the artillery beam as well. But then we can't upgrade our power, so it's going to be evasion. We don't need evasion as much, actually, because we have the cloaking device. So let's upgrade the artillery beam. We'll take one more from there. One more to just heal up our guy. Alright. Wish we had a little more power going into this. You arrive near the Federation base to find the bulk of the fleet skirmishing with rebel forces. You hang back near the far side of the moon to avoid the conflict. There's not much you can do to help in that battle, and your mission holds the key to turn the tide of the war. You prepare to face the flagship. So this is it. Our evade's down to 35%. If we took off cloaking and a hacking, we can get up to 45. And we should keep that in mind. It's not going to be any problem to just rearrange things as they come along. We've got our flak cannon and our burst laser. And our pike beam, I mean. So now, we're not going to jump. We're going to wait. This is it. Here comes the Rebel flagship. It is a doozy. This is it, the Rebel flagship. If you are able to destroy this monstrosity, the Federation fleet will have a chance of surviving. There's no turning back. So it's going to hack our sensors. That's almost as good as oxygen. The big threat here, we've got full health, but the big threat is this weapon right here. It's going to take out, it's going to shoot 3 missiles at once. Our secret weapon, however, is our cloaking device, because once that fires, we immediately turn on the cloaking device, and it's going to miss all 3. By the time the cloaking device comes back online, however, we're gonna not. It's gonna be able to fire again, so we're gonna have to deal with it at least once. All right, there it is. Cloaking device active. In the meantime, we're going to, there we go, drain the shields. This is why this was so important to get that. And there it goes. Now, hopefully we can take this out and the hacking, maybe? I think the med bay is probably more important, but let's see if we can't get all three. There we go. Shields, hacking, empty room, and the med bay. There we go. And the artillery cannon's about to fire. This one should go well for us. Ah, that was perfect timing. They launched their cloaking device, but the artillery cannon had already fired. All right, let's put. I don't know where this one power went, but oh, there it is from shields. So far, we're doing okay. We haven't taken any damage, but we're probably gonna. There goes the fire. We're gonna turn. Oh no, we can cloak. We can already cloak, so that's gonna miss us. While we're cloaked, they can't charge up their weapons, but we can charge up ours. We're gonna wait until we can drain their shields. Firing that. There we go. Attack successful. Let's see if we can get all 4 rooms again. There we go. Artillery beam is about to fire. Looks like we're... Yep, there we go. We took 0 damage in that encounter. Just as you finally gain the upper hand, it finds a way to make an FTL jump. You've got to keep up the salt. So, this is the deal. We haven't gotten really this far, the point in the last playthrough. We have to defeat them 2 more times. And each time they're going to have a special weapon. This is where it starts to get ugly. We got a little bit more power now. But now we're going to go meet them at their next location. Oof. What I would do for a single save point here. But we're doing well. As long as they did hacking the last time. You chase down the flagship and discover it is heavily damaged from the previous fight. Scans indicate that it has redirected considerable power to its drones. So this is going to be the problem. Get ready for a fight. Each time it has a special weapon. Last time it was cloaking, now it's got drones. And it's got this one... We can't use hacking this time. That's going to be the problem. Unless we take the drones out. The only... Oh, and it's got that. That's going to be a huge problem. Alright. We don't want to waste our cloaking until we can get this done. I'm not even sure without... I don't even think we can really damage them that much without getting the hacking through. In fact, I'm going to turn off the pike beam and turn on the burst laser. Cloaking activated. Oh boy, that was a little too early. There's doing some sort of power surge. Gotta fire. I'm going to have to do everything I can. So, unfortunately, we might not be able to win this. The only thing we've got going for us right now is our artillery beam, which thankfully we've got fully powered. In the meantime, I should take hacking down and increase our engines up to full power. Actually, we're going to need to heal a little bit because that ion thing is going to slowly take out everything that we have. Luckily, we've got good doors. So we've got that going for us. But right now, the only thing we have to damage them is the artillery beam. Maybe we can get the flak cannon and the burst laser to work simultaneously. There we go. We damaged some of the drones. But until we get that down, until we get its defensive drone down, we are not going to be able to use hacking. Luckily, we upgraded that artillery beam because it's firing every 20 seconds now. So far, we're not able to damage that room well enough. I think what we need to... I think I have an idea, though. We're going to fire the burst laser first. And then the flak cannon, in the hopes that it's going to kill that engineer trying to... Nope, that didn't do anything. Oh crap, the O2 is damaged, I didn't even notice. This is why that artillery beam... There we go! Artillery beam down. Just as you finally gain the upper hand, it finds a way to make an FTL jump. You've got to keep up the assault. Whew, boy. Alright. We were lucky that we got away that unscathed, but so far it's looking well. We only have to defeat them one more time. And as long as we do that, we have won the game. Even if we only have like a few guys left, even if we only have like 1 point of health left, or hull, we will win this. We don't quite have enough to upgrade. Well, what can we upgrade here? Can't upgrade cloaking. We could upgrade either sensors or piloting. Let's upgrade the piloting just in case our pilot needs to get healed up. We still have some evasion. See, now that we've got autopiloting, if I remove this, we only lose... Well, yeah, we lose a lot, but at least we have that 15%. Let's get everyone back to their positions. Let's heal up Lana. Let's see, our weapons guy, our rock guy, is recharging our weapons 20% faster. Our engineer is giving us plus 10% evasion. Alright. They're going to go back to the rebel base. We could try to make a break for the repair, but there's a bunch of rebel-controlled areas. It would not be a good idea. See these double exclamation points? If we went there, it would not go well for us. So this is it, the final battle. You're not certain how it's able to keep fighting with the amount of damage it has sustained. It looks like it's transferred weapon power to the teleporter as well, some kind of super weapon. Be prepared, this is it. So, no point in holding up the hacking until we get through that super shield. So, burst laser active. They do have mind control, that's gonna make this difficult. They still have their big weapon too. Flak cannon activated. Alright, see they fired their missiles at us, so let's go ahead. We cannot really afford to have them take out our artillery beam. So, unfortunately, they took control of our one fighter. And great. They've got even more guys. This is going to be the huge problem. If anything kills us, it's going to be all of these guys coming in here. Thankfully, the whatchamacallit, mind control does not last forever. And my huge mistake was letting them take out the med bay. We now have the extra stuff to... Whew, this is really bad. I'm not gonna lie, this is really bad, you guys. The only thing we've got going for us right now is the fact that we're going to try to take down our shields now. The only thing that we've got going for us is the fact that this is the last battle. Now we can use hacking to take down their shields. Once we take down the shields, we can use the pike beam. Cloaking. To be really fucking careful here. Alright, I don't know what that is about to attack, but it's about to attack something, and I just hope it doesn't do too much damage. Hopefully we can attack the pike beam. It's not going to hit our... I don't think it's aiming for the weapons, which right now is very good. We want... There we go. That'll take out... We won't be able to hit shields, but we really don't want them using their mind control. Oh, that is really not good. They are taking out our navigation. Whew. If we survive this, it's going to be a freaking miracle. The worst part is our artillery beam is down right now. And they took out our Engi. Our flak cannon is down. Man, I really freaking wish we had I'd had a save game. Because it looks like we're going to die right here when we're so damn close. Weapons are half down. Cloaking is almost there. Oh, we're just... Oh, shit. Whew. And there it goes. Well, it was a good game. It was a good game while it lasted. So close. So close. You know, if I had hit the cloaking, we may have been able to survive that last volley. One last explosion marks your fate as your ship is torn apart. Well, thank you for watching me. Don't forget, Fallout 4 and StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void are coming out soon. Like, favorite, subscribe, all that stuff. There'll be lots more gaming coming up. Have a nice day.